Good morning, everyone. It's another day, but not a sunny day, here at Las Conchas del Mar in the Philippines. And the guys, it's a Monday, and they're getting started on a new work week. And what are they doing? Removing bamboo. So we're going to remove maybe about 50% of the bamboo out, and we're going to leave 50% for the ones that's carrying the strongest loads, under the beams, halfway underneath spans. Going to thin it out some because we need that material for up above for building now. But we're recovering bamboo to move up and start building with, nails, cocoa lumber, any of it, even tie wire, and that helps to minimize our cost and the waste that we have left over when this job is done. So another thing they're doing is clearing out enough bamboo that we can pull any remaining sheets of plywood off the walls down below to move up above as well. So that is what they're doing first thing this morning. It rained all night. It is wet here, as you see. It's rained pretty much the whole weekend, and I tell you, rains this time of year are a blessing, absolutely blessing. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, keep them coming, because when it turns dry here, it gets really hot and really dry. So this cloudy day, it's a blessing. Meanwhile, I asked Nardo if he would split some of this bamboo, like he's splitting right over here. And split it up into pieces to make some fence panels down there. We're gonna make some temporary fence panels out of this. You see my fence here. But on further down here in this subdivision, we're like a defunct subdivision, and we currently don't have any maintenance unless pretty much I do it, because nobody else in here much will. There's a few people who pitch in, and we have the steel grills like in my fence. I built all of this, but on down there the swimming pool area, the steel is 8 away from the salt and no maintenance. And numerous times through the years, I've made bamboo panels and repair where those fall out. We have a big gaping hole in our fence right now, and locals and children are coming inside and messing around. So I'm kind of like the sole Mohican that'll take the initiative to fix some of these things. Explain a little bit on this subdivision deal. This subdivision, when it was put in, there was a woman that put it in, and she had grand dreams. She had a beautiful dream of what she's going to put in here for a subdivision. And I don't know if it was the wrong timing with the market, because there was a financial crash happened right around that time, that it was probably about done. And that was a pretty hard hit. You remember what happened back in 06, 07, and 08 financially, especially like real estate, housing, and all of that. Well, she went broke. She went broke building this subdivision, and a bank ended up taking it over. The bank, they let the security guards go, and they just put what they call a caretaker living up here, and a partial built house that was also a repo up here in the front. And so we ended up kind of like with nothing. And the guy that's our caretaker is on a minimum budget, and that bank did give him a very small salary for several years, and he only worked according to the salary they gave him. Of course, people are like, why have you not done this in here, and why have you not done that in here, and we need this done, we need that done. But he's like, I don't have no money, and they don't pay me that good to do that much work. And I get that. So when I came to him and bought this property, it was mayhem here. There was charcoal pits going along the beach. There was squatters already trying to set in along the beachfront right here in front of me. Right here. I removed them. There was squatters already settling in. There was trash piles inside the subdivision. There was just people coming and going from the area around here like it was just their private land and golf course, you know. And goats running everywhere, eating up anybody that's living here now, eating up their landscaping. Just 10 jillion cows from different people. It was mayhem. And part of my bargain on buying this property, and they didn't even want to sell this property, they actually wanted to hold it. Part of my bargain is that I clean up subdivision, and I probably made a few people mad at me along the way. Some of them are over it now, but I had the hard task to get people to remove goats, free roaming cattle in a subdivision. The goats were the biggest nightmare. They're in any and everything. You couldn't have nothing nice. To stop people from just coming in, doing what they wanted to do here. I had all the old boats removed, and while we've been gone during this pandemic, 3 boats have been moved in again. We're about to address that. Not even operational boats. They just abandoned them here. And I spent the money, started paying and even giving money to our caretaker to make bamboo fence panels like they're doing, fix all the gaping holes, stopping the children from going over and damaging our pools, because we can put those pools back functional again. All we need is just a few more people to get in here and start paying a due. And some of them that were paying dues in the past, and a couple of those people were watching these videos, they were like, okay, we're paying dues and the other people aren't, and so they're carrying all the burden like I'm carrying burden on it right now. So that wasn't very fair either. So nevertheless, there'll be a time that it's going to be structured again, but I took out of my own pocket, and I took my little truck, and I had guys working here with bags and all, and we cleaned this subdivision up. We removed trash. I had to get hard with people to stop dumping. I mean, it was a tense time when I first attacked it too, without a doubt. It was a tense time. And we got rid of glass bottles and trash and just junk and debris, and we cleaned it up, and it was amazing, the transformation. It really was. Now, we have kept a few cows in here because it grazes the grass down on those lots that nobody's doing any maintenance on. So there is some cows, but I do not want goats in here at all. And you know, some of the main ones that I had to battle on goats, and even this past week, seen it again. It's one of Melinda's brothers. Yep, it was Melinda's, my own wife's family that thought, man, they had free range to do what they wanted to do in this subdivision because of what we were doing in here. And it turned out to be my wife's family in the end that I have to battle the hardest. And it's unbelievable, just absolutely bullheaded. And there was people built up front, and they didn't know the story of what all I'd done in here. And they were pretty upset for some goats that was in here from my wife's family. They were really upset. They put landscaping in, and the goats were up there. And they wrote a letter saying, we thought we bought in a subdivision, not a farm. And I said, exactly. That is the battle that I'm dealing with myself. Every time I turn around, I'd have goats here again. It's goats going wherever they want to go, destroying whatever they want to destroy. And goats are destructive. Many of you are asking, what are you going to do with all that bamboo? What are you going to do with all that bamboo when you're done? Well, we're far from done, but I already knew part of what I was going to do with this bamboo is use it to secure fencing around here. It's kind of like a forced donation for the subdivision, because I know nobody's going to help pitch in. but it is what it is. There are some in here that'll help pitch in, but it's such a hassle to approach them. And they will break this bamboo and break in. We've caught them. I can hear it cracking. I can be here and hear it cracking down there. When they're breaking the bamboo, we hear it. But I'll run and go catch them. We'll eventually address this later down the road with some kind of permanent solution. But for right now, I'm going to continue to patch it as a temporary solution. These people that move in here, the people like the doctors next to me, they have no clue what I've went through here. They come in, and every person that comes in, they're brand new in the subdivision, but they feel like they know it all. You know, they know it all, and they're like they're the new grandpapa here, and they have no clue, the mayhem that this place had turned into until I come in and made a deal with the bank. The new ones come in, all they know me is the grouchy Cano, and they have no clue the help that I've put out of my own pocket for right here.